one of 6 children. She grew up on a 100-acre farm in Yuma, Arizona, where they grew cotton, alfalfa, raised cows, pigs, and chickens. They were one of the few families in the area with running water. They didn't have a phone until she graduated high school. She did all the things you'd expect of a farm girl. She milked cows, churned butter, gathered eggs, canned fruits for jellies and jams, and made quilts. They sold any extra eggs and milk to their neighbors. It wasn't all work on the farm. Although store-bought toys were a rare item, the children made their own balls out of old socks with a rock in the toe and a lot of string wrapped around it. They'd take an old tractor tire, get inside, then roll down the driveway. They'd turn empty barrels on their side, stand on them, and then roll them down the driveway and race each other. Her dad only went to the 4th grade, but tried to make my mom and her brothers and sister understand how important an education was. So in 1941, my mom enrolled in Chapman College in Los Angeles. However, a few months later, Pearl Harbor was bombed, and soon the campus became a military facility. During World War II, she worked at Douglas Aircraft. Today it's known as Boeing. Until she met my dad, it was love at first sight. They were engaged after just 3 days and married a few months later. They moved to my dad's hometown of Waukegan, Illinois, where all 8 children were born. I can't tell you a lot about Waukegan since I was only 8 years old when we moved. But one thing I do remember is my mom teaching me how to read in the 1st and 2nd grade. I had a hard time reading. I don't know if it was dyslexia or what. She taught me to sound out each letter. She would sit down with me almost every day and work with me on my reading until I finally got it down. Keep in mind, she had 7 other kids to take care of. In 1963, we moved to Santa Monica and finally settled in Westwood. Can you imagine 8 kids on a 4-hour airplane ride ranging in age from 1.5 to 16? The older kids were unhappy about the move. It took a while, but the family finally adjusted and everyone was happy. I have a memory from that time of riding in the back of my mom's station wagon chasing after the Beatles with Sue and Cindy in the car. It was fun growing up in Westwood. We would just tell my mom, I'm going to the village or to UCLA and be gone for hours. When I was in the 8th grade, my mom would drive the school team to the football, basketball, and softball games. We fit 9 people in her station wagon. Can you imagine what it smelled like on the way home from the game? Sunday family dinners were a big deal. My mom was a great cook and she made big, delicious meals. We'd all sit at the table, pass around dish after dish, and have good conversation. As we grew older, we would invite our girlfriends or boyfriends to join us. After the older kids moved out, they couldn't resist coming back for Sunday dinner. I think Westwood was my mom's favorite house. Instead of giving me an allowance, my mom made me work around the house, vacuuming, dusting, or whatever, and she paid me $5 for it. She saved a lot of money on a maid, but I was good with that because she taught me how to earn money. On rainy days, she would help me on my paper route by driving me in her car. In December, Kelly Payne, my best friend growing up, died suddenly. He sent me an email after I let him know about my mom passing, and he said the following: "And all the time I spent at your house when we were growing up, your mom always made me feel like I was another one of her kids. When I think of Dorothy, it seems it was always in and around the kitchen. My memories of her are mostly in her apron, like some Norman Rockwell picture. Just so you know, my mom would buy Kelly his very own box of Captain Crunch cereal, and he'd eat it every time he came over. My mom treated all of my friends like one of her own. In 1966, I broke my femur and was in the hospital for a month. My mom drove from Westwood to Santa Monica Hospital almost every day. After I spent 5 months in a body cast, and my mom took care of me. She fed me, bathed me, and counseled me when I felt down and lonely. She also made sure I went to school those 5 months. She found a special school I could hook up with my phone, and the teacher would come to the house once a week. She was going to make sure my education was not interrupted by my accident. When I was in high school, my mom went back to work full-time, the first job she had held since being before she was married. 5 years later, after that, my mom and dad divorced. She got a second job working weekends at Westwood Horizons, a retirement hotel in Westwood. When things quieted down at the hotel around 10 p.m., she typed papers for UCLA students to supplement her income. I learned my work ethic from my mom. She worked at Westwood Horizons for almost 20 years as her social services director. I remember visiting her at work. She'd give me a tour of the place and have a bite to eat in her dining room and talk. My mom always exercised enthusiastically. She watched Jack LaLanne on television and would come and could do the splits well into her 80s. I think having 2 jobs, exercising, and having the support of the family helped her through the divorce. At age 69, my mom had her first bout of cancer. I accompanied her on some of her chemotherapy sessions and never complained or felt sorry for herself. She just did it. She had her second cancer diagnosed when she was 85 and got through her treatment with confidence that cancer was not going to beat her. My mom has a great sense of humor. My birthday is April Fool's Day, and when I was about 12, she served me breakfast, which started off with a half a grapefruit. In those days, I put sugar on top of my grapefruit, and she knew that. So she served me the grapefruit with salt on it instead. She watched me eat the first bite, then started laughing, saying, "April Fool." On her 80th birthday, my mom presented, on her 80th birthday, my family presented her a nice book we put together with some pictures and notes. We sent it around to all the brothers and sisters so we could give it to her on her birthday. After looking at it appreciatively, she said, "That's very nice. I have something for you now, too." She presented each of us with a book bound of about 200 pages. She had written the story of her life, along with a chapter about each child, included copies of handwritten notes from us she had saved over the years, along with pictures. There was not a dry eye in the house. She really got us. She got us good. I used a lot of that information from that book to tell you about my mom's earlier years. My mom played a lot of Scrabble. She played Scrabble forever. I never beat her, even when she was 94. She always reminded me of it, too. She would come up with words that I've never seen before. I would ask her about the meaning of the word, and she'd say, "Don't worry about it." When I played against the computer, they use those words, so they must be blind. I said, "Okay." I'll never forget my mom. She taught me to be positive, brave, sensitive, hardworking, understanding, and most of all, to have a good sense of humor. Thank you. Thank you.